Hey there, everyone. This is a video that I wanted to make celebrating 50K on the original Qubo retake video. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. I didn't even expect the video to get hit 100K, let alone 50K. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And so, as kind of a reward for this achievement, I wanted to make kind of a devlog of the original video. Now, to say that the development of the original video was hell is an understatement. The original retake took 3 attempts to get the final product, each slowly getting better and better quality wise. Now, the idea of the original retake started, I don't know, almost a year ago at this point. In like a month or something like that. It'll be a year. When I watched the original Qubo shutdown by Spongeback. And that was the big inspiration for me to make my own version of it because I've always loved the original video and I wanted to make it better because there were a lot of mistakes in it and I felt that I could do something better than that. So, the original video I made was Newt's fuck. What is wrong with me? Ned Newt's Odd Bug. And that video was fine. It was an alright retake. It was my first time using NTSC QT. It wasn't great. That's all I want to cover on it. So we're just gonna move on. That was the first thing. I wanted to do a Ned's Newt part in it, just like the original. So the first version, because I had like this very ambitious idea. Basically, it was gonna be kind of like the resignation incident, where the channel will be shut down by a rogue employee. And so the first clip was of what was it? Oh my god, I'm blanking so hard. It was during a re-airing of JJ the Jet Plan, and that pretty much stayed the same throughout the entire thing. Then the second clip was going to be the Inspector Gadget part. That has never changed. The third part, however, was the one that changed the most. The original draft was much different from the final product, and that was because this was still a resignation incident inspired retake, and I just decided that it would be kind of like the resignation letter. It wasn't good. It was very, very cluttered, and by the end of it, it was incredibly laggy. And whenever I tried to finish up the video, it would always be in different spots during rendering. So at that point, I just decided I'm going to completely redo it. So then the second version started production. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any video proof of any of this anymore because of something I'll get into later. So I start the second version. The first clip was different because by that time I think I had watched the original the resignation incident by Mozzarella, and I was like, I really want to use Dash Mosh for this Dash Mosh for the video. So the first one was basically just the original clip, but with Dash Mosh. The second one was kind of a remake of the first clip. It added the fake call to action in the middle of it, and that was pretty much it. And that's the only clip that remains from the second version. The third clip was something I added personally to spice it up a little bit, and it's my favorite thing I've ever edited together. Because I just really liked it, just how it came out. and I was very satisfied with it. And I never worked on the fourth clip because I wanted to clean up my laptop because that's what I used throughout the entirety of the production of this video. So I wiped all of the videos, and Clipchamp is a piece of shit sometimes, so it just did not save any of the videos that I had made because I had to do like this membership, which I wasn't doing, which was bullshit. And so V3 started. And I think this is where I finalized like the ideas of what the retake was going to be like, because this V3 was basically just V2 but better. I the beginning music was the a good example of how much it changed over time. Originally, it was going to use the Me Party music, but that sounded stupid. V2 used a SpongeBob song, a creepy SpongeBob song, and V3 used the church theme from Silent Hill. And I love that song. And if over time, originally I really didn't like it, uh, because I felt it was too creepy for something along it for the video for what the video was about. But over time, I've liked it more and more, and it's probably the theme I'm going to keep using over in the remake of the original, which I'll get into in a minute, in a later. So V3 was basically the exact same up until the shutdown incident, and by this point, I had basically nothing. So I was working basically from scratch at this point. So I had to make I had to find each individual asset for the ending, and then make it look like they got shot. And I'm really unsatisfied with how the files, the them being shot looked like. Uh, but you can't really see it from the video because of the way I recorded it. I'll get into that in a second. But by the end of it, I think that final part took me like 2 fucking weeks to do. And I'm incredibly unsatisfied with it, but it's one of those things where it's so bad, it's good. And I was just like, I don't care if it's flawed. I just want to get this over with. So now it was time to get the TV recording. And so instead of doing a conversion, the traditional way, I decided to go the more extravagant route. I bought a DVD burner from from my local Fred Meyer, and I it took me a bunch of attempts to get the original to get the CD that ended up being used because of a bunch of jargon that I didn't understand because it was the first time I'd ever burned a CD. So now I have everything ready. So I decided to wait until the night of the next day because that's was the aesthetic of the original, and I didn't have a CRT, so I was just like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna do my Roku TV, because around that time Roku TVs were around and popular, and I was like, oh, what the hell? I don't want to go through the bullshit of trying to find a CRT to make this part look a little bit better. So I decided that to give that kind of like old and grainy, that kind of, I wanted to make it look old and grainy. So I decided I'm going to use my 3DS. Um, and that's the funniest thing about the retake, in my opinion, is that I used my 3DS to record one of the parts. It's actually it looks a lot. It looks really good for kind of like that grainy 2000-ish look, 2000s-ish look, like what a lot of TV shutdowns how they were recorded. So I get the clip and I finish the all the necessary editing. One more detail I want to get on before I release the I talk about what the aftermath of the release. I the message, the little part with the message, the text message. That was originally going to be a phone call, but it got way too complicated way too quickly, and I just decided forget it. I'm just gonna do a text message. Um, and so after all that, I finally edit all the videos together, and I'm satisfied with the final product, and I release it. I think at the time when I released the video, I had 4 subscribers on my channel. Um, and then nothing happened for like 2 or 3 months. I think it took around that time to hit uh, 1,000 views. Uh, so I'm just kind of like, okay, it's a dud, but I don't care. This was a passion project. I can live. And so I kind of just forgot about the video for a while. And then it hit 1,000. It just randomly shot up to 1,000 views. And I was like, oh wow, this video is getting a little bit of traction. Cool. And then the next time I look, I had like 10,000 views. I was like, what the fuck? And then it just kept blowing up in front of my eyes. And I was like, God damn, that's crazy. This video, the video went from 1,000 views to like 20 or 30 to 20,000 in like a month. And then once it hit 40K, I thought, okay, 30K, I thought, oh my God, it's got to slow down now. And now it's at 50K. So I went from 1K to 50K in like 3 months, and went from like 2 subscribers to 400 subscribers. Thank you. Also, thank you for that. And so this video has completely changed my channel. And am I proud of this retake, even though it has its flaws? Absolutely. I wouldn't be remaking it if I wasn't proud of it. Or at least I was proud of it, but I thought I could do better. And so eventually I decided I'm going to remake this. So that's what I'm doing right now. However, production hasn't really started yet, and the reason for that is I've had severe burnout. And I don't really know the direction of the retake right now. So expect production to start sometime in early 2026. So yeah, once again, I just want to thank you so much for 400 subscribers and 50K views on the Qubo retake. It genuinely means the world to me. I mean, the video went from being nothing to the most viewed Qubo retake on YouTube, and it's only underneath the OG. That's just fucking surreal to me. I genuinely never thought that I'd have any sort of recognition of my entire life. So I'm very proud of this video, even though it's flawed. I won't internally be grateful for the video for what it's done for this channel. Um, and expect 2026 to be a very big year for retakes. The reason why there hasn't been a lot is because the original retake, the Qubo retake took a lot out of me. And another thing is that my HP laptop that I've used for basically editing for the entirety of my time on YouTube and beyond, and before and beyond, its screen cracked. So I decided to get a PC. And what I didn't know is that the PC didn't have a microphone. And so for Christmas, I got a microphone. So a lot of the retakes I wanted to do voiceovers for. So expect a lot more in 2026 than there has been in 2025. So yeah, that is the video. Thank you everyone for what you've done for this channel. And I will see you on December 30th for the teaser trailer for the updated Qubo retake. Thank you. Have a good night.